Hello everyone, welcome to Growth Rising. I'm Bird, and today I'm just going to continue talking about retrogrades. Just in case you didn't see the Mercury video, a retrograde is basically when it appears that a planet is going backwards. Even though, technically the planets won't go backwards, it just will appear like that from Earth, so we'll feel the energies from this planet quite differently. And that's also like when it's closest to Earth. And if you're born with certain planets in retrograde, you might feel these energies stronger. And, excuse me, the energies from the planet it may take longer to manifest. And so today we're going to be diving into the planet of Venus, the planet that deals with love and money and all that good stuff. And excuse me. So if you were born with Venus in retrograde, which I do believe that Venus is going retrograde in July. I think it's going to be mid to end July when it starts going retrograde. So anybody born within that time period may feel some of the stuff that happens within your birth chart. But, there's going to be ways that we're all affected. And I don't know why this one just wants to stand out. Okay. But okay, a couple of things for people who were born with Venus in retrograde. It might be difficult for them to find a partner. They'll have this idea of what love should be or how a relationship could go, which could have it hard for them to find satisfaction in their relationship because they want it to go more like this idea instead of however it's actually going, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad relationship. It's just not living up to the idea. Like they might want a Cinderella relationship and they have I don't want to say baby boy, because if you've seen baby boy, I'm pretty sure you know why I don't want to say baby boy. But it could be more of a realistic relationship. So it could be kind of like the parents in Blackish. It could be more like that. And I hope that some people have actually seen these shows or movie. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen Cinderella. So if you have this idea of Cinderella, but you actually have the parents from Blackish, that's not a bad relationship. It's just more realistic. It could be harder for them to find their ideal person because it could be up to unrealistic standards. Not saying that, you should just drop all of your standards. No, but think about them realistically. These people could want to have creative expression. So do lean into that. It could help you out to let out some frustrations. They may also lack emotional fulfillment. And look at life's event and things that happen in their life through how much am I loved. So if something happened, they can be just thinking like, oh, this happened because this person doesn't love me enough or whatever. And that might not be the case, but they're going to internalize this stuff just because they were born with Venus in retrograde. They'll also internalize and exaggerate whatever kind of hurt that they're dealing with, kind of like, because I'm not loved. They'll think it's more of these people left because of who I am, or these people left because I'm not pretty enough, or they didn't love me enough, or I don't have enough money, especially with those Venetian things. Let me see. Unable to fully appreciate their own self-worth, which can be pretty difficult. They can really put themselves down. It might not be in front of everybody, though. I will admit that. So, like, if you know somebody who was born with Venus in retrograde and y'all aren't close, you might not see it. With some people you can see it because they'll just let everyone know it. But some people just, and it also depends on, other placements in the chart. But right now we're going to stay focused on Venus. Um, it could be, you could speak with someone and just like, you know what, I'm really not pretty. Or, you know what, I'm really not a good person. I don't see why somebody would love me. Why would this person even want to be with me? Because I probably wouldn't even want to be with me if I was this person. Basically not really realizing how much how much worth they have. And, they'll think they have no self-worth. And also they'll compare their life and relationships to others. So that kind of goes back with the whole Cinderella thing. They'll think that their relationship is supposed to be like that when it's really something else, or they think that their life is supposed to be like glamorous and fancy and all of this other stuff, and it's not. But you always know that looking from the outside in always look different, because they might think I want a life like that, and their lives could actually be similar. It could be very similar. It's just that they know the inside of their lives. They don't know the inside of whoever else's life, because that's their life, that's their business. But yeah, that's a couple of things that people who were born with Venus in their birth chart could experience throughout their life. And yeah, do also understand that there are ways to work with these energies so that it won't be so heavy on you. And there are certain parts of our charts that we'll experience more in certain parts of our lives. So some people may experience certain stuff more when they're a child, or more when they're an adult or a teenager. It's just, like I said, it also depends on other stuff in your chart. And also for, just living through a Venus retrograde, not necessarily in your birth chart, because like I was saying, Venus deals with like love and money and material things. People could have a fear of, well, not a fear of, but a fear around love and intimacy, or losing love or intimacy. They might feel like their partner is pulling away from them, or they might start wanting to pull away. There could just be like a lot of uncomfortable vibes there, or some tension. Oh yeah, and also be careful of making big purchases, because you could also have some unexpected payments that you have to make. So like, let's say you want to go on a trip and you decide to book this trip during a Venus retrograde, and it goes through well. It's not Mercury, so everything goes through. But then, I don't know, a week later, you're speeding down the road and you get a super speeding ticket. So yeah, might want to be careful on that. And oh yeah, and also monitor your relationship with your finances. Like, if you're somebody who is usually not good with your finances, you definitely want to be careful of how you are spending your money during a Venus retrograde. And so you don't want to overdo it, because you can definitely have some kind of unexpected payments to make. Or you could have thought that you have paid off, I don't know, you could have paid off your car, or a loan or something. And like, oh no, because you remember you missed this payment, or you were late this many times, so now you have to pay X amount of money. And so you'll be like, what happened? Or you could just look into your bank account if it's on auto pay, and you'll be like, hold on, I'm missing X amount of dollars. I'm missing a couple $100 in my account. And I don't want that to happen to y'all. I don't want that to happen to me. So we all got to be careful upcoming July. And you know what? I want to give you the exact dates. So just give me 1 second. July 22nd through September 3rd. And do keep in mind that before July 22nd will be the pre-shadow period. And after September 3rd will be the post shadow period. So you will also want to be careful during these times. And oh yeah, and I also wanted to let you know that in the Astro database or data bank, this right here is from, I think it's 2020. They said that they're like in the number charts that they had, there were about 7.14 charts that had a Venus retrograde in them. So there were about 7.14 people out of this whole database that had Venus in retrograde. So if you have Venus in retrograde in your birth chart, just let me know. And I also want to know if there's anything that resonated with you and if there's anything that I missed, because I don't have Venus in retrograde. So, it'll be just nice to learn. Thank you. Bye.